Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is our today's question on LeetCode, and this question is basically daily challenge on 12th August, and the question is unique paths. So basically this is the second part of this question, and we will read this question first and we will try to figure out how we can solve this question. So you are given m cross n integer array, which is grid, okay, and there is a robot initially located at the top left corner. So you can see that at the top left corner, that is 0 comma 0. So grid of 0 comma 0 contains robot, okay, and robot tries to move to the bottom right corner. So robot tries to move to this cell, that is grid of m minus 1 comma n minus 1, and the robot can move only either down or right at any point. So basically they for each cell, robot can move in two direction, either it can go down or it can move to the right cell. An obstacle and space are marked as 1 and 0. So basically if this integer array contains 1, which means that that grid is having obstacle, and if it is 0 then it is having space, okay, and a path of that robot takes cannot include any square that is an obstacle. So basically the robot cannot go on a particular obstacle, okay. So what we have to do, we have to return all possible unique path that robot can take to reach bottom right corner. So basically we have to return all possible path through which the robot can go to this bottommost corner. So let us have a closer view for this question. So you can see that this is our particular robot and this is our final destination, and at this point we are having some obstacle. So basically what are the paths? So talking about the paths, okay, so talking about the paths, the robot can go like this or the robot can go like this. So you can see that there are two possible paths corresponding to this input, okay. So there are two possible paths corresponding to this input. So let us think about how we can solve this question. So basically we can solve this question using some sort of recursion, and let's see what we can do. For each cell, what we can do, for each cell we have two choices with us, okay. So basically we are on this cell. So for this cell, let's say 0 comma 0, we are having what we are having, we are having two choices. Either it can go to the next right, so either it can go to right cell or down cell. So basically if we are having, or we are on 0 comma 0, or robot is on 0 comma 0, so from this 0 comma 0 it can go to 0 comma 1, or it can go to 1 comma 0. So basically for this cell, robot has these two paths with us, okay, and if the particular cell contains obstacle, then there will be no path corresponding to that cell. So basically what we will do, we will what we'll do, if we are on, if a robot is on any obstacle, so basically for this what we will do, we will just return 0 because we are not having any path, okay. So as we don't have any path, okay, so for this case we will just return 0. And if we are able to reach this point, so if we are able to reach bottom right cell, okay, then what we will do, we will just return 1 because we just found one path, okay. So as we have found one path, so in this case we will just return 1. So we will use a recursive function, and you can see that these are two base cases, okay. And in order to reduce the time complexity, we can use memoization here. So I will write here, we will use memoization to reduce time complexity. So what we will do, we will just use a two-dimensional dp vector which contains row and column. So it will store the value for row and column. So what does it mean if we are we are solving for row and column? So what does it mean? It stores all possible path corresponding to grid of row and column. So this is the main function of this dp vector, and we will use this dp vector. Okay, and like if we are on any particular path and we know the value of this dp vector, what we will do, we will just return it. So I will write here, if we know the value of dp of row and column, what we will do, we will just return the value. Okay, so by doing this we are avoiding the repetitive cases and we are just reducing our time complexity. So these are some things which we have to take in consideration while solving this question. So let us try to code this question. So let us say int n as size of this obstacle. So int n is size of this obstacle grid, so obstacle grid dot size, and m is number of column. So basically it will be the size of any particular row. Okay, so this is m cross n, and what we will have, we will have a dp vector with us. So vector of int dp, and size will be n plus 1 comma vector of int and m plus 1 comma minus 1. We will initialize it with minus 1. Okay, so this vector is used for memoization. Okay, and what we will do, we will have a recursive function of type int. So what this function will do, this function will find out all the possible paths corresponding to row and column. So we will pass parameters int row and column here, and we will pass parameter this obstacle grid. Okay, so we will pass this parameter, and again we will pass parameter dp here. So we will pass dp vector as a parameter. Okay, and what talking about the base cases, so basically what is the use of this function. So this function will return all possible paths corresponding to row and column. So for this particular grid which is having this row and column, this path this function will return all possible path, number of all possible path. So let us talk about base cases. So basically if this robot goes out of this grid, so if the robot goes out of this grid, what can we say? We can say that we will just return 0, because this robot is not reaching to the last bottom right cell, so we will just return 0. Or if a cell contains obstacle, we will again return 0, because it is not going to reach this last cell. So what we will do, we will just write a case. So if row is less than 0, or column is less than 0, or row is greater than equal to n, or column is greater than equal to m. So basically I will pass parameters int n and m here. So basically these are the size, these are number of rows and columns. And also if the obstacles, what, okay, so if the obstacle grid contains that particular obstacle, which means this obstacle of row and column is equal to 1. Okay, so if it is equal to 1, we will just return 0. So for all this case, if any of this case happens, we will just return 0. And what we will do, talking about another case, if row is equal to n minus 1 and column is equal to m minus 1, so if if the robot is able to reach this column, what we can say, we can just return 1. So basically these are the base cases. Okay, so I will write here base cases. And what was the first base case? If robot goes outside grid or on the cell having obstacle. Okay, so this was the case. And this was the second base case, that if a robot is able to reach the bottom right cell, so which is the desired outcome. So if it is if the robot is able to reach this cell, we will just return 1, because we have found particular combination. So as we have found a particular combination. So this was the case, and talking about a repetitive case, so I will write here repetitive cases. So basically, if we know the value of dp of row and column, which is not equal to -1, so in this case what we'll just do, we will just return the value of dp of row and column. So in this way we will reduce the time complexity. We are using memoization here, and we are avoiding repetitive case, and we are reducing the time complexity. And otherwise what we'll do, we will just go on right column or bottom column. So basically for this we are having a direction vector, okay, of which is basically vector of pair of integers. And basically in this direction vector what we can have, each pair contains the difference in the row and column. So basically if a robot is moving in right direction, so basically in row there is no difference, so I will write 0 here, and in column there is an increment of 1, so I will write 1 here. And again if it is going down, so the row is increased by 1 and column will be remain as it is. So these are the direction, and we will iterate over all this direction, and we will get our new row and column. So nr is nothing but new row, so basically it is nothing but row plus ale dot first, and int nc, which is new column, it is nothing but column plus ale dot second. So basically what we will do, we will have an answer here. So int answer is equal to 0. So basically answer means it is all possible path, okay. So what we will do, we will just increase the value of answer, and what we will do, we will recursively solve for all paths corresponding to new row and new column. And our obstacle vector will be passed as a parameter, and dp vector also, and n and m also. So the we have passed these parameters, and finally what we will do, we will just return the dp of row and column as our answer. And yeah, so in this way this recursive function will work. And what we will do in main function, we will just return this function. So return paths of, initially our row and column is 0 and 0, and our obstacle vectors and dp vector and n comma n we will pass, okay. And in this way we will solve this question. So let us see whether the code works or not. So you can see that the test cases are passing, and let us see for main cases. So yeah, all the cases are passing, and I will try to explain this code again. So what we are doing, you can see that for each path we are having two choices, that either we can go to the right side or we can go to the bottommost cell, okay. So if the robot is at 0 comma 0, it can go to 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 0. And if it is going on any obstacle, we are just returning 0, because we are not willing to go on any obstacle. And if it is able to go on bottom right cell, we will just return 1, okay, because we have found one path. And in order to reduce the time complexity, we will use a funda of memoization here. And you can see that we have declared a row and column, dp of row and column. So basically dp vector, which contains row and column, it will store all possible path corresponding to this grid, okay. So in this way we will use, these are the concept that we will use in our question. And you can see that we have this dp vector for memoization, and here we have that function, recursive function. So basically these are the base cases, that if we go outside, if the robot go outside the grid, or if it is going on any obstacle, it will return 0. And if it is able to go on this last path, last grid, it will return 1. And if the case is repeating, we will just return that particular value. And otherwise we will solve recursively for two cells, that is on the right cell and on the bottom cell. You can see that there are only two cells, okay. So and we will just get the values corresponding to each cell, that is right and bottom, and we'll just return it in our dp of row and column. So in this way we have solved this question, and I hope you understood my solution. And if you understood my solution, if you like my code, you can like my video also. And if you want to see some more videos like this, you can subscribe my channel. And if you have any kind of doubt regarding this question, you can ask me in comment section. If you have any idea regarding this question, you can also write in comment section. And the code link will be present in description. Thank you.